I'd like to share with you Melodic Motion Etude number 16. This one features an ascending bass line that winds up being targeted around A minor. We're going to begin and end there with some stops along the way. If you haven't yet done so, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to the channel if you like the content here. Like, comment, leave a question, or if you have a suggestion for future video topics, please leave them below. If you'd care to make a donation to the channel, the PayPal information is in the description. So let's get started here with Melodic Motion Etude 16. Always check the description. I put a link to the original video. In this case, this one was probably from July or August of last year. So we have a line, which, as a lot of these lines end up being, so I can get some melodic pitches in there: the high note, the middle note, the low note, and the high note. It's just a nice way to go. If you're not familiar with that way of thinking, with 3 notes, we could have low, middle, high, middle, low, high, high, low, middle, etc. There's a lot of permutations we could get. So I think of it that way, that we're starting on the highest note of the sequence and descending and then leaping back up. So this is A and C, 5th and 8th fret of the 1st and 6th string. So A minor. Now we're dipping into E7 with a B in the bass. B and G sharp, 7th and 9th fret of the 6th and 2nd strings, and we're coming from chord tone 3 of E7, 4, 5, 3, but with the 5th in the bass. B and G sharp, A, B, G sharp. Now we get a little same line, different bass notes. Yeah, I like the bar. If you can bar it, it's nice. 8th fret, C and C, 6th and 1st string. And we're going to dip into the 2nd string, 12, 10, back to 8th fret of the 1st string. Now originally, I think I'd played that. We're going to play the same line, but I'm going to offer a different fingering. This is what I did back then when I shot the original video. It does work. D, G sharp, A, and B, frets 10, 13, 10, 12. But since that time, I like this better. Feels a little more fluid and a little more movable. So this is D and G sharp, and we're going to ascend low, middle, high, low. G sharp, A, B, G sharp. This is again another kind of E7. So we've gone A minor, E7 over B, E, A minor, E7 over D, 3rd inversion. And now we get the approach chord. This is the diminished chord, or you could think of it even as B, a kind of a B7, flat 9, that's approaching E. So it temporarily makes E sound like an arrival point, but E immediately bows out of the way and makes room for A minor again. So here's the diminished, or B7 flat 9. D sharp and C natural, that's the flat 9, and the 3rd, if we think of it as some kind of a B, it's really sounding like diminished to me right here. So 13, 12, 10, 13. Then we sustain that tension with two kinds of E7. This is E and B, 12 and 12, on strings 6 and 2. We drop down a whole step to A, and then D in the bass, E7 over D. This is 10 and 9 on strings 6 and 2, and we leap up to 12th fret B. And now we're going to have a little 1-5-1 turnaround, A minor to E7 to A minor. I like this voicing. C, E, A, 8 and 10 with the E on the 9th fret in between them. And then B and G sharp, meaning E7 over B, 7 and 9, and catching the B on the first string 7th fret. And now 5, 5, 5 and 5, strings 6, 1 and 2. A minor, E7 over B, A minor over C, E7 over D, this diminished, D sharp diminished, E7 over E, E7 over D, A minor over C, E7 over B, A minor. Now you might think, is it really useful to know all those names? Well, I'd say yes, because actually those would be the kinds of things you might be thinking of when you're improvising as a way to hold the form together. So you might have I'm trying to look at I'm doing all E7 types, trying to avoid going to A minor. But so I'm trying to explain, when I think of E7, I think of all of these as a row. E with an E in the bass, E with a D in the bass, E with a B in the bass, E with a G sharp in the bass. That would spell out E7. And if you want flat 9, then you could get that too. So I hope this might have something in it for you, something that you can add to your playing. I hope you're enjoying yourself, being safe. If it's tremendously cold where you are, I hope you're staying warm. Right now in February, we have wind chill far under 0. It's 20 degrees below wind chill right now where I am. So enjoy your playing, enjoy the sanctuary it gives, that you can sit and explore with something. Music and the guitar will definitely be your friend for life if you put the time in and keep them near. And I wish you a very good day.